Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monifactory. Here we are in episode 87. Right, so last episode we were doing the blast, or no, the bulk chiller. Was it bulk blast chiller, blast bulk chiller? Whatever the case, we got that bad boy situated. And this was all after we had added another floor off camera. And here's our little furnace. We also, I believe we worked on the wetware mainframe processor nonsense. We got as far as, the processor supercomputer. And today, I might do this on camera now that I'm doing Minecraft and all that, or, in episode rather. There was something else that I did do off camera, but I haven't gotten too far onto it. I went ahead and I requested everything we're gonna need to build the Rotary Hearth furnace. This big bad boy is probably going to be replacing most of our blast furnaces. So, oh, sorry, I had to think for a second there, and I had a little bit of stomach issue. Anyway, this big bad boy is going to allow us to parallelize all of our ingots. And I went ahead and I got us the trinium coil blocks, as you can see right here. And the neat little thing that I did is I had put them up here in the requested terminal and let that run overnight. So that was pretty nice. All right, so let's put away some crap and let's get to building this big bad boy, shall we? Let me see. I'm just going to put everything in here for the time being. My little backpack. And I'm going to grab everything here. There we go. There's that upgraded EBF and freezer quest completion. Now, let's see about putting it in here. Now, I have to think here. We might have to bump the wall back a little bit. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 internal. So 13 by 13. Ew. And we're working at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to need to push this wall back about 6 blocks. So why don't I go ahead and get that done, and I'll be back in a flash. And there we are. Got it pushed back a little bit, got everything prettied up, I believe. Let's get back to business, shall we? All right, so I don't need this right now. I need this. Don't need you. And there's batteries there for a reason. I'll get to that shortly. Okay, so rotary hearth furnace. I need to remind myself where this goes in relation to. I would assume the middle. Okay, so it's the middle. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah. The middle. So 6, 6, and 13. Yeah, okay. So let me see about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could probably push that back a little bit. Maybe 1, 2, 3. No, I need to get rid of that. Is it in my... Oh, there it is. Okay, that's a little better. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to knock this wall up a little bit. Let's see if I can mark this again. Okay, something like that. Now, if I take my gadget out here, we are going to fix this up. Okay, so that way, that way. There we go. And that way. So if I right click, it should be far enough down that we're not going to really have any issues with anything above us. Just need to make some room. It looks like we need a few more levels, but I think we're good. Otherwise, waiting for that to go away. And just for safety, let's bring that down. And let's see if that's big enough. All right, looks like it. Okay. So now that we have the basic frame or situation set up, let's get to making or putting down all the hatches and what have you. All right, so I want you. You, so the input and the output hatches as needed. I don't know if we're going to really need them, but it doesn't hurt. Where's the control hatch? Did make one, didn't I? There's a 4, but I want to get that 16, so let me ask for that, and I'll put this down here for the moment. I swear I had made one in the pattern, but maybe not. Okay, and then we're gonna come over here, and the energy hatches, boom, boom. We're gonna want to get down under here, and I'm gonna dig all of the basement out as needed. And I don't have my wrench on me because, of course, I put everything in my bag and it's in the box. There you go. Wrench. Okay. Come back down over here. Boop, boop. And cable. Good. Now we're going to have the buffer here. Right? And then we're going to have the converter here. Let's grab our cutters out. So doot and doot. So do I have the Lapos are in the crate? Yeah, they are. I do love that the Lapotron crystals stack in this version of Minecraft and of the mod itself. Because I'm so used to it not doing that. All right, so we're going to have close to like 400 million EU on buffer here for our big boy furnace. That way we can be sure that there is never going to be a matter of power issues. Although, you know, I could be speaking too soon at the same time. There you are. All right, so I think we have everything put down there. So let's try to build this. All right, as usual, there's going to be some block somewhere that didn't get put in. So let's fly about. That looks fine. That looks fine. Oh, I did forget about the input buses. What could it be? Everything looks good on this side. Let me do a little bit of digging under the thing and seeing what I might be missing. Hey, we're back. So, turns out there was a lack of Naquita alloy frames, which I went ahead and did some crafting of that in the EBFs. I had to split the workload between a few EBFs because it was going to take 2 hours to smelt the whole damn thing. So, yep, we got it all good to go. Our machine is happy. So now comes the part of setting this all up. So I'm going to have to do another sub-network situation. And there might be, I don't think there are many EBFs that I have. I think most of them use circuits 1 and 2. So these input buses may be like 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on and so forth. I might want to move these a little closer to here, if I can do that. And cool, it's happy. All right. So now we have our thing working. Well, functional anyway. I will have to do a little bit more cleanup with the upstairs there. But let me go ahead now and get a sub-network situation going. And I will be right back. Okie dokie. We're back. And I think I've gotten this working, but we will see, of course. All right, so this is our input hatch for the fluids, and any ingots that need fluids will get sent in there. And then we have all the input buses with their sub-network situation going on here. Our pattern provider is here. So provided I didn't screw this up, we should be good to go. Now I did also add the 16 parallel hatch here. So that is golden. And then we need to get that hooked up with power. And then we can try and move over a recipe and see if this works. All right, so I hate when I do that. There we go. Ah! There we go. I love that middle click quality of life there to select the block that you're looking at. Let's see, should I go like this? Okay. That should be good. That is being charged. That's being charged, right? Yep. Okay, it's going up. Good. Okay, what time is it? Okay. That should be good. Let's start off with Enderium ingot. And knock wood alloy ingot. Okay. Now The Naquita, or the Andirium rather, that's going to be a number 2. So we're going to come down here. And that's the 2. Andirium. And Naquita alloy. That's going to be another 2. So, oh, before I do anything, where is... There you are. We're going to go boop, boop, and we're going to 16, 16. That way we can take full advantage of the blast furnace. Okay, so on my... there you are. Andirium ingot. 90. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I see. It's not hooked up. I think that is good to take off. There we go. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's already cooking. So it's making 4 at a time. What? Is there another hatch in there somewhere? It should be 16. Let's see what happens if this rolls over. Very likely there's another control hatch somewhere. But I don't know why it would work with 2 hatches in there. Unless that was an unforeseen side effect. Yeah, okay, it's... Either I'm not understanding... the energy hatch situation. It's possible that I need a different energy hatch. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I am only feeding it 4 amps. So I might need to get... Well... I still don't know why that isn't being powered. Let's see. Energy hatch. I might just have to... Hold on. LUV energy hatch. Surely I'm missing something. Okay, so there's a 16 amp energy hatch there. Let me pause real quick and see if I can't get this cooked up and see if this will work. Okay, back in a few. And we're back. All right, there we go. Now you can see we're making 16 recipes in parallel. So that is pretty sweet. Now, mind you, the max recipe tier that we can make right now is still LUV, but it's showing as UV for how much power we can suck back at one time. And that's going to be 421,416 EU per tick. And it looks like we can't power this right now. Oh dear. What's the situation with our turbines? Oop. By all accounts, we have the means. We have the machines. That is paused. Has technically paused. That's all paused. So I either might have to limit this blast furnace right now. I mean, I may have to do that anyway. And probably going to have to get more power gen going. Some more turbines, as it were. Although we're probably getting to that point where I should start thinking about an aqueduct reactor. So, superconducting coils, EPM. Yeah, that all looks pretty simple. And look at, all we need is duranium and soldering alloy. Wait. Okay, good. We still have the means to make this. But then we're gonna need Nacadria or enriched naquita. Enriched naquita. Yeah, I mean, we have some of that stuff, but we're gonna need a better way, or we're gonna need a dedicated power source to go with this. Nacadria is another option. It burns longer. So it's the matter of the sulfate. And that comes from Nacadria solution, all that. Yeah, so naquita and all those fluids to get all that going. All right, so let's get that for the video. Should probably get rid of this. Yeah, okay, so I should probably get some, again, more power source going. As far as quest book stuff, what could we do from here on out? And there's that quest. Oh yeah, we're looking at this over here. Warden Hearts. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's another thing that I need to do is the LCR situation for the Skulk Veins. Let's go ahead and get package requested up. Yep, that should be about done. Cool. Should probably get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. Let me be right back one more time, or at least another time. And we're back, everybody. Okay, so truth be told, I took a little recording break between episodes, between recording sessions, and this is going to be me finishing up the tail end of this episode. And I guess while I'm at it, I will say, I'm going to announce this now, I am going to be out of town for a week, so this will probably be the last episode before I go, and I'll be back the week after and get back to recording. All right. So that being said, I did go a little overboard with some building of machines between recording. Now, first things first, I did get the Skulk Vein LCR made. And the Enderium Auto, I didn't really set that up, but I kind of did something better. Get to that in a minute. Here is the LCR. Oh, input bus is over here. Here we have the LCR input bus with the skulk, and that of course is set up to always have one in there. And whenever we need an... Hey, what? Hold up. Wait, what? Am I losing my mind? Oh, I think I know what's going on. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, where the hell is the pattern provider? It's right here. So I did do a sub-network situation where I had the skulk vein, and you can see in the recipe it only has the vines and the XP juice. And yeah, so that will send those things up into the storage buses. Nothing new. Okay, the other thing that I did, I added something else in the room with our hearth furnace. I'm gonna make it a surprise here. All right, so you can see we have the hearth furnace, and then we have the substation. Yeah, so I got a little curious, and I went ahead and made the substation. I guess this is me finally branching into the world of substation and uh, large amperage hatches and power transfer and whatnot. This is going to be my foray into the world of laser power transfer. And I think I've learned enough about how that works that I can start implementing it. Now, the thing about that is I'm gonna have to have lots of multi-blocks sprinkled around the base in between the floors that will allow me to upgrade or downgrade the power. I'll get more on that later. Oh yeah, I also set up EU multi peer-to-peer tunnel for power transfer. You can see this is a 64 amp hatch, and I have over yonder on the rotary hearth furnace, I have a 16 amp energy hatch, and that's connected. Now, I would like to get this up to ZPM because one of the recipes, in particular, the crystal matrix ingot, does require ZPM with the recipe that I'm using. So if I'm not mistaken, and I still might be a little confused on how it works, I'm going to need at least 16 amp ZPM to handle 16 recipes at once. As you can see, while the max EU per tick is at UV, the recipe tier is at LUV. So that is that. Now, I don't think I can't think of anything else that I may have did or done. It might come to me. But that being said, there is... Let's see that. Oh, right. So we need the Warden Hearts to get into this, to get into these. Warden Hearts. Did I pattern these at all? No, I didn't. Okay, so if I wanted Warden Hearts, looks like that's going to be this recipe here. So we're going to need deep dark data. We're also going to need to make dilithium, which I believe we have. Okay, we do have the dust. That's how it works in this pack. Oops, we are going to need to autoclave them into the crystals. Shouldn't be that bad. I think we have the autoclave for that. And deep dark data. Do we not already have that? We kind of wait. Yeah, okay, we got a large amount. Okay. So that's good for now. I think the recipe that we patterned, yeah, was the tendrils. So yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so let's do a little building and patterning before we end up here today. So the Warden Heart, we're going to need all that. That's stabilized. There we go. That should be the non-stabilized. There we go. A nice thing about this is we get more skull catalyst back. So let's rotate. Yep. And T3. No, I didn't name it. Or if I named it, it's not anything I remember what it's called. That's not the room. Is that the alpha bus? Yeah. Boop. And boop. Okay, did I? Okay, I guess I did call it something. So let's go T3 minor. All right, so. All right, so we gotta get that dilithium. I need more dilithium crystals, Captain. And don't mind me, I'm just an idiot who doesn't know much better. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that thought. Okay. Autoclave factory. We should probably pattern that bigger. Doot. Wait. Too much doot. Wait. Oh no, it's 4 a piece. Oops. There we go. And the glaive. Boop boop. All right. Heart. Excuse me. So that's cooking. What's the voltage at? Oh dear God, that's going to be 4 minutes. Okay. Let me look at some things and I'll decide whether we cut or end it here. So once we get that, that opens up the way for the ultimate material. That's going to be a data module. We're going to need guardian scales. And then the cryococcus. That's going to come from the dischargement. Oh yeah, so we put the cryobus blocks. I'm pretty sure we have this patterned up. Maybe not. Wait, do we have that? Oh, we do. Okay. It's been a while. So yeah, with the cryococcus, that opens the way for the stuff down here, the quintessence infuser, which is a multi-block version of the soul binder. I mean, I believe we're kind of using the soul binder, but this would be even nicer to have. There's a T8. So yeah, let me just do a little cut. All right, we have our Warden Hearts. Let's pop on back up. And there we go. So I think that's going to be a good episode today. I think I did quite a lot, and I don't want this episode to get away from me. So we will look into all this other cool stuff next time. And oh, good lord. Dimensional circuit board, you say? And then the omnium there. Ugh, I'm not ready for that. But yeah. That'll be it for today. I hope you all did enjoy. I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.